We are live, and this is a great topic for either founder-led sales or you've got a scaled sales organization. But the key challenge that you're trying to improve is your close rate. I would say two things that you're going to try to improve: the conversion of your deals from demo or SQL to close or demo to close, and or it might be the velocity of the deals. You might have a multi-touch close that in fact you've probably got one extra call in there that you don't need, that you might be able to truncate. So I'm going to give you the situation. The situation is we have at Get Leverage, we have a demo experience page, and I'll show you that in a second, that we've used to be able to visualize the sales experience. Remember, when you sell a service, you're selling an intangible vaporware. And so you have to make people feel like they're touching and seeing and experiencing that service as best you can. But during that journey, so 3 years of changing this website every week for 3 years, you think you have a polished product until you come across somebody showing you that they have something called a mutual action plan, known as a MAP. Now, we have been verbalizing a MAP, but we hadn't been overtly showcasing and having our prospects pause and say, okay, let's go through this checklist at the end of the call to make sure that you and I are aligned and that we have the appropriate next steps. And what does that do? It improves the probability that they bring the right people to the next result, that everybody knows what the next result should be. You've created a meeting in a meeting or an overt next call, all these sort of details. So with that, I'm actually going to visualize this for you. So as mentioned, I am a huge proponent of visualizing your sales experience on a website. I think that the world is PowerPointed to death. And so our sales experience is very much a landing page. And it goes through everything from talking through capabilities, including even non-capabilities, to describing and showcasing how talent is deployed in the organization, to SOPs, to the tools that we work with, and so forth. But as I get to the end of the demo experience, we talk about onboarding. This is very popular. We talk about how to process payments, onboarding calls, daily, weekly reports, monthly business reviews, or partner pulses. And then the call ends and we verbalize what are next steps. So I want to show you what is known as a MAP, a mutual action plan. This is going live on our site tomorrow, but let me describe it for you. I want you to picture you listening to this or a prospect. I'm doing a demo experience. And at the end, with 5 minutes left to go, I pause and I say, let's go through a checklist to make sure that you and I are aligned and we know what next steps are. The first is, did we overtly communicate why are we here? What is the core problem you're trying to solve? And from there, did I clearly demonstrate the solution, whether it's the product or the package, the details that you need that align the problem you're trying to solve in sales and marketing to the package that is best for you? Then, if there is a next step, who was on the call? Who wasn't on the call? Who needs to be on the next call? From there, did we overtly and clearly communicate what is the price? What is the payment terms? How do you process payment? Next, finally, just to re-clarify, if you were to move forward, do you know what we need to do together in the first 30 days to be successful, and what does success look like to you? And then finally, do we have locked in next steps? What are the date and times for the next meeting? And I'll tell everybody right now, of all the cohort analysis of all the deals we've ever won, the biggest single determining factor to greater than a 40% SQL to close rate versus dropping down to 20% is booking a meeting in a meeting. If you do not secure a meeting in a meeting, especially in a high velocity sales program like this, like we have an under 30-day sales cycle, our SQL to win rate drops from 40% to 20% by simply not booking a meeting in a meeting. So do we have a meeting in a meeting booked? And or do we have work back schedule to the onboarding date? By doing this together, You have creating meeting notes that align to, think of like when you do a MEDDIC qualification for your CRM, when you give your meeting notes, it's perfectly aligned. And the prospect, soon to be a customer, knows exactly. They communicated why we're here. They know the package and price, the package and solution and the pricing. They know who needs to see this, who doesn't need to see this. They know where they need to be in the next 30 days, and we have a meeting scheduled. I highly recommend you overtly demonstrate this live in your, and again, if you use PowerPoint, fine. I'm a anti-PowerPoint guy, and I'm a kind of person that wants to do it on a demo experience on a live landing page. So hope you found this valuable, and we'll see you tomorrow.